Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for stopping by the channel. So for this video, we're going to be checking out some very cool precious stone dial watches from the Makoto watch company. Now these models are known as the Kodawari. That is Japanese for the pursuit of perfection. And even though this brand does take its inspiration from Japan, the owner and founder is a good friend of mine who actually lives in the same city of London, Ontario, Canada. Now there is going to be a Kickstarter campaign that starts on June 3rd for these particular models, and I will link to the website in the description of this video. But for now, why don't we flip perspectives so you guys can get a more in-depth overview of the Kodawari watches from the Makoto watch company. Alright, so now that we're in the studio, we can get more hands-on with these Kodawari watches. And from left to right, we have a nice blue lapis lazuli dial, we have a green malachite, we also have a red agate, and then a gray meteorite dial. And the first three will be launching on Kickstarter on June 3rd with a 35% discount off the retail, which will come in at 685 Canadian, while the gray meteorite on the right here will also be a 35% discount, but will weigh in at 755 Canadian dollars. Really good value for what you're getting, actually. I'm going to start off with this gray meteorite here when I just talk about the dimensions and other specs for this watch, because they're all the same aside from the dial option you choose. You're getting a 38.5 millimeter case diameter. Flipping the watch over to the side, lug-to-lug distance between my thumbs is a nice 46.3 millimeters, and then in terms of overall thickness, it's only 11.4 millimeters from the bottom of the screw-down case back, which also has a sapphire window to show off the Miyota 9015 movement and a customized gold tone rotor, and then to the top of a boxed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment. Now, between the lugs is an even 20 millimeters, and I should mention that when you purchase these watches, they come with both the suede strap here, but also the bracelet, which I'll show you a little bit later. Right off the bat, there's no break-in period required for this suede fabric. Very nice leather back on the underside here, and then they do a very good job with the buckle too. Nice polished buckle with the Makoto M logo that's there. So here's a quick in-studio wrist shot just to show you how this watch would wear on a 7.5 inch wrist size. That is 19 centimeters in circumference if you use the metric system. Very comfortable on the wrist, nice and well planted on the wrist too, and fairly lightweight. Of course, if you do add the bracelet, it might bulk up the overall weight just a little. So speaking of the bracelet, I'm just going to transition onto this red agate dial, which to me has the most pop of any of these models, but not much of a textured pattern to the stone dial, but a very clean aesthetic. The bracelet is very nice and articulates quite well. It is 20 millimeters at the head of the watch and tapers nicely to 16 millimeters before you hit the Makoto signed clasp. You can size individual links by removing screw pins, and there's a twin trigger releasing mechanism to a nicely milled out clasp. And the clasp itself also has a push button slider on the underside here, so there's an on-the-fly system to adjust the watch throughout the day. And there's also quick release spring bars on the bracelet too, to quickly swap it onto the suede strap if you choose. And here's a quick in-studio wrist shot to show you the bracelet. Very good job, nice drape, and also very comfortable. So getting very good options here when you purchase this watch on either the bracelet or you can also use a strap. Alright, let's move on to this very nice green malachite dial. To me, this has a very distinct bamboo Japanese inspiration to it. Really cool texture. And I should mention all of these watches have very nice applied numerals and a skeletonized handset that are high polished. With this particular one, I really love the gold tone. It complements the green very well. They also have a 6 o'clock date aperture. That is quite small actually and sunken below the dial, but they did color match it quite well. And one really hidden feature that I didn't know until I was looking in no lighting situations is I think the date disc might be slightly loomed. And I'll also mention it's kind of cool how they loomed the dial. It has like a halo around the periphery of the dial that is loomed. The hands themselves are loomed, and so are the cardinal markers, the 12, 3, and 9 o'clock. So quite legible at night and easy to get good orientation. Okay, let's move on and showcase the blue lapis lazuli dial, which I really love this texture. It's almost like an aventurine type of texture to it, and it really pops under certain lighting conditions. Although I also say that in poor lighting, it might be the least legible of the lot, but that's very rare. Now, in terms of operating the Miyota 9015 movements, in all of these, it's done via the crown, which is 5.5 millimeters in diameter. It's got some fairly good knurling as well as a signed logo, and it's just a push-pull crown, so you can just manually wind the Miyota movement in this neutral position. Popping it out to the first position, you can quickly just manually go through the days of the month. And then if you pull it out to the second position, you can hack the balance, stopping the seconds hand. And then you can set to any reference time that you like. Now, because it is only a push-pull crown, you're afforded 50 meters of water resistant, which for this style of watch, which I would say is leaning a little bit more towards dressy, but it could also be an everyday watch, completely acceptable in my opinion. If I was just going to add some of my personal preferences for future iterations of this watch, I would like to see a printed minute track on the raised portion where that loomed halo resides. And I would also potentially do away with the date window at the 6 o'clock altogether and replace it with an Arabic numeral. And one other thing I'd like to mention before wrapping up the video is that if you want a smaller size, they also are going to be releasing a 37 millimeter variation of the Kodawari, and it has going to have a nice blue turquoise or pink mother of pearl pattern. Overall, very impressed with these watches. Very nice case design too, with some concave lugs that are done here and nice polished accents as well. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments section of this video on what you guys think about this new release from the Makoto Watch Company. Thanks again to Ryan for lending in these watches for the review, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one.